Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful!
Don't expect people to know how to handle silk. Well, onwards to the castle we go.
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
Oh, I'm trying to ride like the wind. My god, you have got a head start for starters. Secondly, okay, remind me to never actually race horses when you're involved, because oh my god, you're bloody fast. Sure, you have got a royal horse, and Roach is royal as well, surely, but... Your Grace, quick question. Don't want to sound rude, but how big are your gardens?
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the Hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Well, breaking rules it shall be in that case. Unicorn horn, fish, and an egg. Can't be that hard, right?
On second thought, through here.
We are so gonna make a mess of
I
things.
shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Okay, finding the location of the golden fish will probably be easy, because water. However, unicorn horn? How and where?
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
I got my eyes on
Golden
it.
fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
All's clear. Alright, well, time to get to it. But again, how big are the bloody gardens? Because they look to be absolutely massive.
Of the 1290 vintage.
Okay, we're not interested in wine right now. I do hope I'm going into the right direction, because seriously, hero dear. Yeah. I'm going to try to start no brawls unless the murderer is a little bit faster than us. Okay, where the bloody hell was the unicorn? That would be in the area right to our right and then to the left. We can easily get, excuse me, passing through. There you are.
Unicorns are thought to like music.
Maybe, but this is no normal unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work, or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do
Wow.
you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Honestly, right now, someone who is trying to save a friend. Just use Axie. Just use Axie. We could have seen that one coming. Okay, well, in that case, on... Okay, if you move... If you keep on running... I need to lure you. How... You said a treat. What could we use as a treat? What would you try to use as a treat?
Roach likes carrots. Maybe unicorn will too.
Maybe, but there's multiple options, clearly.
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale.
Do we have more options available to us? We do.
Think unicorns. Rainbows, little girls, sweets maybe?
absolutely not. Clearly not.
Cold game's not likely to tempt a unicorn.
Also not. Are those apples? Those look like apples.
Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
Yeah. Carrot is a guess. Apple is a sure guess. I will take that. Quest item, yes. I can work with that. And do we have it equipped already? Yes, we do. Brilliant. Replacing our torch just the way that we like it. Ripe apple in hand. Right, where... Okay. Can I maybe not carry the apple? There we go. You, my friend. I come in peace. I come in peace. I have an apple. See? Very nice apple.
An apple. Yum, yum.
Very nice apple. Don't run away. It's all for you if I can just grab that bloody thing off your head.
Easy.
That's it. Awesome. Actually could have worked too, I'm sure of it. Flew from the horn of a unicorn.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
I mean... You want to help me? I definitely want to. Alright, now the question, however, the water. Excuse me, passing through. Gotta make sure that I don't accidentally kill this unicorn. This will be fine.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Yeah, but that means we're gonna have to go diving. Okay, well, it's not like we don't get a wetsuit very often. Excuse me. Yup, someone just did. That is indeed the way to do it. Are you the golden one? You look golden. Where's that bronze? That's candy. I will take one for the road. You are most definitely silver. Taffy. Okay, you're bronze again. You, my friend, look rather golden. Are you it? Come on. You have to be it. Oh, really? Ah, bloody hell.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
And of course they're gonna think that I'm gonna be cheating, that I want to steal their golden fish.
Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
I am deeply sorry, but that's the way to solve the clue.
A key.
I really am sorry. It had to happen like this. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, I'll move. Sorry, I'll let you keep your boat. I should probably have taken that boat, though. Okay. How the hell do we get all the way back? Well, you guys sailed quite a far distance. Either way, key in hand, clue in hand. I'm not entirely sure what kind of clue it was, but we need to find our Grace, Anna Henrietta, as quickly as possible. This will work. This will work. Alright, where is she? Where did she go in regards to finding this phoenix egg? I'll just follow my witch's senses, and I'll ride on horseback.
Come on.
That'll be the fastest way up. We need to find Milton's location as quickly as possible. And we are going into the right direction, I think. Oh, over here. Excuse me. Passing through. Legendary creature. Always has the right to.
Take it easy.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
Go ahead and deny that.
Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours.
Guys, we're deeply sorry for ruining the party.
I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
What the hell does that even mean? A cave, palace pantry, greenhouse, place cramped. Got no idea where Milton's hiding. What the hell is that even supposed to mean? I begin like a groan hollowed out with ease. It can't be a cave in that case, because even though something might sound like a groan in that case, it's not hollowed out with ease. Palace pantry could be referring to cheese, but... Okay, I certainly have got no idea. I begin like a groan, hold out. Okay. I'm not entirely sure where this is going, but groan, hollowed out with ease. Not ease as in easy, but groan, remove the O and the A and you get green if you fill it with ease. I'm not sure where that leaves a mouse with a head of hard cheese. It might be a greenhouse. This is gonna be a gamble, but otherwise I would have no idea where Milton would be hiding. A greenhouse could make the most sense. Especially because we have that key. It's gotta be a greenhouse.
Let's see. Grown. With ease gives us green, right? And mouse with a head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed, but only one where it looks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
You lead the way, I follow. Or I lead the way and you follow.
Wait here.
Oh god, we're too late. Milton, no. What?
The butch?
Okay, when they spoke about dark magic, I can now understand how that might be the case.
What was that?
Ho, ho, ho. What the hell are you? Okay, not as smooth as he did it, but I'll take that. Where are you?
I'm here.
Okay, I expected you to continue fleeing.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one.
No, I insist you can have it.
I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
The
You've killed
Brooks
4
has started
innocent
it,
people,
but...
at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Let's just say... Well, the conversation is not about me right now, for sure, but... I would say none, at least knowingly. Knowingly, I've not cut down any innocent people. Well, maybe some, but... Then they would also fall into the same category as your Bruxa, which would mean they started it. Seriously? I'd say none. But it's not about me, it's about you.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left.
That I figured out.
Should you not stand down?
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
Okay, knowing that you work together with a Bruxa, knowing how you look, I am for sure saying vampire. Absolutely. Which also means moondust, probably. definitely Moondust. This should be fine. Oh my, okay. You are bloody fast. Which means an Eden trap will work. Okay, you honestly, ow, need to slow down. You need to slow down. Need to slow down. This is fine. A-okay, A-okay. I need to bomb. I need to bomb. Can I get my bombs? Here we go. Superior Moondust. Maybe that will slow you down. That will slow you down. That will work. Okay. Cool. I have got this. I have got this. I have got this. Especially if you give me the time to do that. I am honestly not letting you leave just like that. Oh god, okay. You really break through my Quen rather rapidly. But I am not giving you any further opportunities to pull those tricks off. That's it, that's it, that's it. Come on. I honestly don't know if Milton actually survived or if he is dead. I'm going to assume the worst. I'm also going to assume the worst in the fact that you are actually getting me rather close in regards to hitting me when it is rather inopportune. Oh, no, you shall not. Okay, come on, come on. Keep the Quen up, keep the Quen up. Do not let him get close. This is him being slowed down by Eden. And also instantly, bloody well, breaking my Quen. This is not good. Okay, how about another Moondust bomb? Will that work? That will... No, for sure work. That will for sure work. Oh, there goes my Quen again. There goes it again. Come on, come on. That's it, that's it. Wait for your strike, and then we go. And then deal some proper blows. That's it, you bloody beast. Come on, come on. No. I will not surrender to you. This is fine, this is fine. We need more Eden. Come on. No. As long as we can break him out of that as quickly as he starts. Okay, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. He does not stand a chance. The active shield is actually working in regards to dealing at least some damage back, I guess. Oh. Come on, come on. More Eden, more Eden. What are you doing? Did you just heal? Of course he bloody well healed. He bloody well healed his hand. How do I fight something that is capable of regenerating like that? At least not right now, but nonetheless, definitely something I want to be careful with. This is fine. This is fine. Come on. I need to have the strong strikes. Okay. Keep the Quen ready. Question. Do you like fire? Not exactly. Which is good news for me. No, you shall not. Also, I'm an idiot. If you indeed are a vampire, I should have taken the black blood.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
Who the hell are you?
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
You are?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle.
Yikes.
In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Okay, clearly we get history. This is a case of, yeah, I don't recall, for sure. How did you regenerate like that? Like, okay, you're a vampire. Sure, name Regis sounds familiar to me in regards that we have read it a few times before, but how did you regenerate a wound like that?
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Yeah, you're here for him too. Killer I'm hunting, seems you know him. But we are friends. I also want to know what brings you back after all these years. Let's focus on who we are talking about. We can talk later, as you said. You seem to know our Beast of Beauclair.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am.
Noticed.
But not to worry. I'm working on him.
You've got a long road ahead.
Done a great job with that. He's killed one night since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
No, I certainly noticed that, and I do give it down about his motivations, because if Milton is dead right now, which we really have to go and check, that means a 5th knight is still waiting, and we don't know who that 5th knight might possibly be. I mean, maybe it's the father of Anna Henrietta, if he's still alive. I mean, they spoke about the 4 knights and the Duke or something, but honestly, what good reason could this Dettlaff possibly have? Why kill these knights?
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Then we've got similar goals.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Okay. Why tell me this? Any reason? To signify that he's not just a brute? But why did he kill the monster? What was his reason for that?
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend.
I'm aware of that.
The thoughts melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him, immensely.
Well, in that case, we need to figure out what could have possibly angered him to drive him towards these killings, these chivalric virtue killings. But what could that possibly be? You know him. Is there any history that we know of?
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
It's too specific in that case, I'd say. I mean, trying to kill Milton, I'm still holding out hope. I really hope that he's still alive. But killing him as a symbol of valor, being afraid of rabbits, in this case, dying in the compromised position of being a rabbit. Generosity with the coin pouch. It's as if there's too much understanding. And if you say that he doesn't understand this kind of stuff, or doesn't fully comprehend it, why these specific manners of killing and displaying the victims? There's something more going on here. Which means we gotta find him.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Quite a friend we've got.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
He's actually dead. God damn it. I like Milton. Whatever the hell this beast has got going on right now, I surely intend to stop him. The Beast of Toussaint. Anna Henrietta's time was precious. To get an audience with her was never an easy feat, even more so in those days, as the Duchess was overseeing a chivalric tourney playing out on the tourney grounds outside the walls of Toussaint's capital. Yet in the end, Geralt faced the one who had summoned him. As they related what each had learned about the beast, thus pooling their knowledge and hypotheses, they deducted the likely identity of its next victim, who could very well prove to be Milton de Peyrac-Peyran. Geralt and Anna Henrietta rushed like rabbits through the palace gardens. Ironically, at the time, the gardens were the venue for a game of Hunt the Hare. Milton had been assigned the title role. The knight, having donned a bunny rabbit costume, sat hiding in the gardens, waiting to be found by the game's participants based on clues they could win by completing various challenges. Yet the Duchess and the Witcher could spare no time for such nonsense, and set out to win the clues by breaking the rules. Having assembled the clues, Geralt and Anna Henrietta had concluded that Milton was hiding in a greenhouse. They had set off to find him post-haste. Alas, they were too late. Amidst lush vegetation, they found Milton's rapidly cooling corpse. The murderer stood over it. As the Witcher stepped towards him, the killer dashed off, and thus ended the first stage of Geralt's investigation, and thus began his mad pursuit of the murderer. But if this dead love is going after these knights, as I said before, after chivalric values and whatnot, it is almost too much of a coincidence that Milton ended up being the bunny and would fit perfectly with the kill being for the opposite of valor. Was this set up? The more I'm starting to think about this, I think that this beast is not working alone. Which honestly just brings along so many more questions. Oh god. But that takes us to Blood Run, Fight the Beast. When word of yet another murder reached the tourney participants, panic broke out among them. Geralt, affected by no such emotion, remained on the killer's tail as they rushed helter-skelter through the streets of Beauclair. The Witcher finally cornered the murderer in an old abandoned storehouse. I do not know, nor do I know of, a single soul more experienced than Geralt in his profession. To surprise, the Witcher takes incredible guile, yet the murderer, sowing terror throughout Toussaint, managed just that. The Witcher caught up to the killer, and there was a brief exchange, and then a fight most fierce ensued. I cannot say how the duel would have ended had our old friend Regis not appeared and intervened, and thus Geralt's first confrontation with the beast went unresolved. And now that we have a moment of further silence, I figure as well we might as well read up on a few of the characters that we have now met, especially Regis, who I'm very curious about to learn more of. But let's start with Anna Henrietta. If this world has ever known a ruler who enjoyed the absolute admiration of his subjects without the need for systematic repression or a particularly cruel hangman, it was, without a doubt, the sovereign of Toussaint, Duchess Anna Henrietta. Called Anna Henrietta by those who knew her well, she was the widow of the late lamented Duke Raymond, and one-time lover of a very famous and talented artist who would prefer to remain anonymous. Yeah, surely. A few years prior, when the Witcher and a band of friends were visiting Toussaint, Anna Henrietta had the pleasure of meeting Geralt of Rivia. When a mysterious beast began attacking her courtiers, the Duchess thus knew exactly whom to summon. While searching for the beast, the Duchess proved that, when the need arose, she was able to throw off the chains of convention and get her hands dirty with direct action alongside the Witcher, even if she had to do so in a state of relative dishabille. I honestly was surprised about her just rushing off like that, but that's honestly pretty commendable. And meanwhile, the captain of the guard, Damien de la Tour. One of the people Geralt encountered at the Beauclair court was Captain Damien de la Tour, the captain of the ducal guard. It was absolutely and unconditionally, to say unthinkingly would be unfair, yet not entirely inaccurate, devoted to his position and worshipped the ground the Duchess walked on. If you want my personal opinion, he was most definitely besotted with her. He came across as a typical soldier, in essence a thick-headed lackey who, seeing Geralt, immediately decided he must prove who had the more massive unmentionables. Obviously that would be us. Geralt treated this challenge with dispassionate superiority, yet accepted it nevertheless, and in doing so earned himself another enemy. And we're very good at that. Meanwhile, our Beast of Beauclair, Detlef van der Eretain. Milton's murderer was very swift. Even with years of witchering under his belt, Geralt could barely keep up with him. Soon it became clear the killer was as clever as he was fast, by entering an old warehouse where he had set a trap for Geralt. In this way, Geralt had his first face-to-face encounter with the Beast of Beauclair, and discovered there was a higher vampire named Detlef. We survived a fight with a bloody higher vampire? I'll take that as a win. A fight immediately ensued, which might have ended very badly for the Witcher had he not been saved in the nick of time by an old friend, Regis, who put a stop to their battle. After that, Detlef fled away in a puff of fog. But with them being a higher vampire, I definitely want to know a little bit more in this regard. But it also makes sense on why he was working together with the Bruxa. By the way, Detlef van der Eretain. It was horrifying to watch. The gentleman suddenly turned into a ghastly beast with claws and tore those men to shreds with the precision of a master butcher, and witness to Detlef's attacks. Detlef is a higher vampire and one of the most terrifying creatures the world has ever known. Some vampires of his sort live among men easily and inconspicuously, sometimes even gain the respect and admiration of their community. Yet even the most civilized vampire can be incredibly dangerous if provoked, and Detlef was far from civilized. When in his two-legged form, Detlef strikes in surprising and unique ways, so one must be extremely alert and attentive. His razor-sharp claws, wielded with great strength and precision, are his chief weapons, yet he can also wield weapons of human division with extraordinary skill. Like all higher vampires, Detlef can turn into fog and envelop opponents. When fighting a vampire in this form, one must watch out for magic puddles and attacks from the air. And when wounded, Detlef tends to assume his winged form, using these powerful appendages to stun his foes near effortlessly. I do not want to meet his winged form, but I have a feeling we might have to. One must remember higher vampires are immortal creatures, and thus they do not fear for their lives while fighting, meaning they take every risk. They are able to turn invisible and can regenerate strength during combat. All in all, they are supremely difficult foes, even for a Witcher, which really doesn't really show an answer as to how the bloody hell do you kill a higher vampire. But seeing how we are busy with vampires now anyway, apparently we also got information on the Bruxa of Corvo Bianco. The Bruxa Geralt encountered and killed in self-defense at Corvo Bianco differed from other creatures of this sort. Firstly, it was more intelligent, capable even of articulating words in human language without much difficulty. What's more, this Bruxa was tied to the Beast, the mysterious murderer prowling Beauclair at the time. Fighting it presented Geralt with quite a challenge. Like other Bruxae, this one possessed strength and speed far above that of any human. It could turn invisible and could attack using a sonic wave. As is typical for all vampires, it sought to suck its victims' blood. This meant the usual defense against those creatures, the Black Blood Potion, was an effective weapon against it, as were the Moondust Bomb and, naturally, the Witch's trusty Silver Blade. Certainly helpful, and also surprising that Eden definitely useful against the Bruxae, but not exactly against Detlef. Still though, I'd rather have Eden on the field than not. But for now, back towards the higher vampires. Emil Regis Rohelek Terziev Godfroy. Geralt chased Sir Milton's murderer with mad intensity. How this chase ended stands as clear witness to the fact Geralt was facing a highly dangerous foe. The killer led Geralt to an old warehouse where it set a trap for him. A fight ensued, and at a crucial moment Geralt was saved by Regis, a higher vampire and old friend. Here I must explain that years ago, Regis had joined Geralt's band of fellow travelers, of which I was a proud part, and set off with us in search of Ciri. Together we lived through many fascinating adventures, and Regis proved himself a loyal friend, the kind you can trust with your life. Sadly, the expedition ended tragically for Regis. He was killed by Vilgefortz, who reduced him to nothing more than a wet stain. Hence the witch's immense surprise at encountering his old friend. After all, he had seen Regis die with his own eyes. But the thing is, that was not Regis's final death, nor even his first. As a young man, Regis had been a bit of a free spirit and overindulged in the drinking of blood. This lifestyle led to him being butchered by angry villagers. Regenerating from that took him 50 years, or nearly no time at all for an immortal. When he was back in full health, he kicked the habit of blood drinking for good. For years, we'd all thought he was gone forever. Yet there he was, standing in front of Geralt in that dockside warehouse. Regis explained he had regenerated and come to Toussaint to find Dettlaff, a friend. Such were the dramatic circumstances bringing Regis and Geralt together again in Beauclair. They did not have long to enjoy their reunion, however, for they could hear others approaching, and Regis, not wanting to risk an encounter with angry humans, agreed to meet back up with Geralt at the cemetery, where he had made an altogether comfortable temporary home for himself. Well, we for sure will meet again, Regis, but at least for now, I guess not yet. Meanwhile, we have got Guillaume de Lanfal. Guillaume de Lanfal was the very model of a knight-errant, the placard boy for Toussaint, if you will. When Geralt first met the young man, he was valiantly tilting at a windmill, which, to be fair, turned out to be hiding a ferocious giant. Getting himself into trouble clearly counted among Guillaume's favorite hobbies. For the second time Geralt met him, he had to rescue the knights from an enraged Shelmar, trying its best to rip him to shreds in a packed arena. Wounded, yet grateful, Guillaume asked the Witcher to meet with him about a very urgent matter, which is something we certainly have to get to at some point, because I think it was one of these. No place like home is for Corvo-Bianco. We need Warble of a Smitten Knight in that case. Visit Guillaume in the medic's tent. Tradition had sanctioned 2 codes of conduct in Toussaint, the teaching of the prophet Lebioda and the chivalric principles which guide its knights. These latter call for young men to prove their abilities through feats of daring during tourneys. One such knight, Guillaume, sought to stand out from the rest by fighting a Shelmar, and was injured as a result. Afterwards, he pleaded with Geralt to visit him in the medic's tent. He said he had a very urgent matter to discuss. Well, there are more urgent matters right now in regards to at least searching for this current crime scene, and also going back to Milton. Still can't believe he's bloody dead. Milton de Peyrac-Peyran. Milton was a baron from Toussaint and a member of Anna Henrietta's inner circle of knights. This good-humoured nobleman never met an overloaded banquet table he failed to unload of its burdens. Yet, nor did he ever shirk a fight against heavily armed bandits or any other enemy of the duchy. Geralt had met Milton years ago under very peculiar circumstances that deserve to be recounted properly and at length. Their road crossed again when Milton came to the Witcher as the Duchess's envoy to ask our hero to journey with him to Toussaint. Milton made for good company. Was he also a good man? That I do not know. Geralt told me later some incidents from his past gnawed on his conscience. We shall never know precisely what moral burdens he carried, for Milton de Peyrac-Peyran perished in the palace gardens, the beast's 4th victim. May he rest in peace. Which right now only leaves Palmer de Lanfal. I'm not sure if he is also classified as one of the Elder Knights, but there has to be a 5th victim. We need to learn who that might be. Not all knights errant in Toussaint were embodiments of virtue, but if I had to choose one among them who did personify their chivalric creed, it would be Palmer de Lanfal. He is all the more admirable for the fact that, years ago, he was no stranger to the pleasures of eating, drinking, and making merry in a variety of fashions. With time, however, he abandoned vice and drew closer to the knightly ideal. Geralt realized this when Palmerin came to him as an envoy from Anna Henrietta. The old-fashioned and somewhat naive knight immediately made a good impression on him, for while he did take formalities and courtesies a tad too seriously, he was anything but pompous or grandiose. And seeing how everything kind of went along at a rapid pace at this point in time, I saw that we have some information on the specific Shelmar that we fought, the Shelmar from the Emperor of Nilfgaard. Gladiator fights in massive arenas are a popular form of entertainment in Nilfgaard. Usually the fighters are slaves, specially trained for this purpose, yet at times the arena masters pit humans against monsters. The The Shelmar Geralt had to fight in the tourney grounds was a present from the Emperor to his relative, Duchess Anna Henrietta. It had been caught while young and prepared for its ultimate purpose by Nilfgaardian trainers. That does not mean it was tame, however. In fact, its wildness and inborn ferocity had not been dulled one whit. Like all creatures of its species, it was blind but could unerringly pinpoint its opponent's location using echolocation. The Shelmar had thick armor and near impenetrable skin. It could also roll into a ball and charge its opponents, which certainly hurt. Its underbelly, however, was relatively vulnerable and became exposed when its charge failed. In the end, though the fight was long and difficult, Geralt defeated the Shelmar, and when the Duchess called for the stance for him to finish the beast off, he refused to kill the creature, not wanting to take a life merely to amuse the crowd. At the same time, I'm still wondering if that was the right choice. Like, sure, we spared its life, but at the same time, didn't we just doom it to even more pain and suffering in the future? Either way, with all of that said, there are two more things. We have got no place like home, because apparently we now own a vineyard. Everyone who has even a passing acquaintance with Geralt of Rivia knows it was very rare for the Witcher to be paid before completing a contract. Retainers or down payments, however, were another story. Those would often be given by the best employees, those who had no intention of backing out of their side of the bargain and who wanted the job done and done well above all else. In this regard, Anna Henrietta stood out as one of the best employees Geralt had ever had. Why is that, you ask, dear reader? Why? Because in exchange for agreeing to stop the Beast of Beauclair from murdering, she gave Geralt the deed to Corvo Bianco Vineyard, and promised further payment in gold as soon as Geralt completed the job. Say what you will about her, but no one can deny Anna Henrietta's generosity. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with a bloody vineyard, but if required I can always sell it for more money, but still, a bloody vineyard. But that finally leaves us with La Cache of Who. Meet Regis at Mère Lachaise Cemetery, or however the hell you pronounce that. The beasts and Geralt's clash had been violent, albeit brief. Now, with it done, Geralt could have a chat with his long-lost friend Regis, a higher vampire. Regis revealed that the creature terrorizing Beauclair was none other than his dear friend Dettlaff. Geralt now understood he was pursuing a truly dangerous foe. A higher vampire, one of Regis' ilk. Then the Witcher and the vampire heard a clamor. A posse was drawing near, so Geralt and Regis cut the conversation short. Preferring not to draw any attention, the vampire disappeared, but not before inviting the Witcher to pay him a visit at temporarily quarters he'd established at the local cemetery. You had better believe it, Mère Lachaise. Well, with Regis being immortal, just like Dettlaff, I guess, which really begs the question, how the bloody hell do you still kill a higher vampire? We at least, I guess, can leave him waiting for a little bit. Right now I've got the question where the hell I am, right over here, and we need to go back to the gardens. I want to go and see if we can go and return right over here to see if Milton's body is still there. Because we scared the Beast of Beauclair, we scared Dettlaff away. Maybe he left something behind that can lead us to something. And likewise, with this being a hiding place of his, I also need to actually put my torch back on. With this being his hiding place, or at least a place where he lured us, maybe it could have been a place where he was actually staying. And if so, maybe there's still something remaining. A purchasing brief? Toy inventory. Tin soldiers, stuffed animals, baby dolls, grown-up dolls, building bricks, jigsaws, knight's outfit. Okay, full princess costumes. And witch capes. I'm not entirely sure what the hell that's supposed to be. Also, we still have got our deed to Corvo Bianco. We, Anna Henrietta, by the grace of the gods, Duchess of Toussaint, do hereby grant Geralt of Rivia, crest of the bridge, the lands belonging to the estate of Corvo Bianco. together with all goods and chattel found thereon. Furthermore, Geralt now becomes the owner of the estate and swears to see to its care and upkeep. Wait, did I swore to nothing? He is to make it fertile and beautiful and shall enrich himself from the harvest that the land provides, for his own glory and the glory of the Saw. I might have to sell this estate if I want to continue traveling, otherwise I'm gonna have to settle down. Let it be known to all and sundry that in our fair domain, deeds of beauty shall never go unrewarded, and the land shall never lie fallow. Both deeds and land exist to bear good fruit. Her illustrious grace, Anna Henrietta. Well, that's nice. And, of course, the clues and whatnot. Either way, looking for more clues. I'm not entirely sure if that purchase brief thing was of any importance, but I'll take it nonetheless. I mean, I don't even know what kind of warehouse this was. This could have been a toy warehouse. But for the time being, I'm definitely looking around for more stuff. Like a love letter. My beloved Clara, you have no idea how happy I am that the warehouse has been closed. How good it is to know each time we visit how good it is to know each time we wish to embrace, no one shall stand in our way. Neither my father nor your mother. It shall never occur to them we rendezvous in this shuttered warehouse. I already laugh at the thought of them clambering over rooftops, like before, or looking through the rushes of a river. Even now, writing these words, I feel how much I would like to see you. I hope it will be like yesterday. I cannot speak for you, but as for me, I would just as well we never set foot out of this our warehouse, our wonderland. Longingly, your Albert. Okay, that's nice, I guess. And I will take those. But none of that actually...
We must allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Yeah, I'm hard at work, don't you worry. Is there a way for me to get across the other side? Like, if I were to... Dip! I mean, theoretically that's possible? I mean, there's no other ladder anywhere, right? No. That seriously was the only place where there was a ladder. Maybe if I go by the outside, if there's a way for me to walk across there. Or I jump. Either way, point being, you gotta find clues. And yeah, through the outside, definitely not. I'm gonna make a few attempts to try and see if I can manage to make it all the way across just like that. I am brilliant. But in the meantime, it also seems that there actually is nothing of interest all the way up here, except for a few candles that we can extinguish or light. Well then, so much for that information. I guess that thus shall be everything that we can find here. Which means, time to see if we can go and return to the crime scene. I could have taken a long way around for sure, but chances are that if I were to go through town and return to the palace in order to get to these gardens, I would just get lost, or more likely would get completely distracted, which right now allows me at least a little bit of a closer way towards the greenhouse, although right now I already can't remember where the bloody hell it was. I think it was in this area?
That's my knees ache something horrible.
Yeah, it's probably all the armor. Either way, my problem right now is that I have got no bloody clue where the hell the greenhouse was.
Damn it!
Yes, you ought to see it.
Ah, here we are. At least...
The Duchess's champion.
The who now? By the way, this is the greenhouse, right? Was this where Milton was murdered? They'd probably clean up the body instantly. Ah, dear, oh dear. Still can't believe he's gone. Milton, I hope you're in a better place now. I hope you didn't suffer by the beast's hands. And most importantly of all, I do hope that you will rest in peace.
Poor Milton. I don't know what his regrets were from the past, but surely he didn't deserve to die like this. We may have only met with him shortly, but I already do know we're going to miss that lovable knight. The good ones always die young.